Hey guys, what's up? I am Kelly. Mommy and Daddy, stop fighting, Keen.
I'm Jazz, Panic at the Fromville barn, Shamanic.
And I'm Dawn, Burt Reynolds in Acosta and the Medic Glen.
I'm really unhappy that Mommy and Daddy are fighting, guys.
It's a tough one for you.
Yeah, it is. It's a very tough one for me. So we're covering season 4, episode 2 of From, called Fray, allegedly. It's I think these are the official episode titles, but we're recording this a lot earlier, so things may change before then. I don't know.
Yeah.
But as far as we know, the episode is called Fray. But Jazz, 1 to 10, what did you think of this episode?
It was pretty freaking great, man.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It wasn't super action heavy, but there was plenty of action. It moved the storyline along. I thought it was, compared to season 3's second episode, where like everyone is in mourning, Jim kind of gets a little cast aside. Like there's nobody preparing Jim's body for that out there. Everybody's busy, which I mean, does it fit Jim's legacy? Maybe, but that made me a little sad for her. But yeah, I thought it was a really good episode. It was really interesting. I'm loving Sophia.
Yeah.
Excited to see where this goes.
Dawn, what about you?
Yeah, I think I'll maybe give it 7 out of 10 after I gave the first episode 8 out of 10. I like that we got more of the stories. We've got Julie, we've got Acosta, we've got Sophia, and Sarah, and of course Tabitha and Jade. I felt there was a good enough mix of everything, and as Jazz said, it wasn't action heavy or gore heavy, but it was a really I liked the character stuff in it. I liked how it built up all the different stories at once. We're only in episode 2. Who knows where it's going to take us? But there's a lot there that can take us further. So it's intriguing.
By the way, before we start, I just wanted to mention that I accidentally started watching a movie over the weekend starring Catalina Sandino Moreno, who plays Tabitha. It's called Barbarians, and it's actually pretty good. I just turned down a random horror film, and I didn't even notice that she's in the thumbnail. Like, I just was kind of out of it. And I just turned it on. I'm like, oh, hey, Tabby's on my screen. What's up? But it was actually pretty good. So I'd recommend it. It's interesting.
She's been acting forever.
Yeah. This came out like around in 2021, I think. So it was like shortly before From came out, which is weird because her hair's a lot shorter. Shorter.
Wow.
Like, what year was she nominated for an Oscar?
Yeah.
You guys remember?
What's that?
So do you remember what year she was nominated for an Oscar?
I don't.
Me neither. I'm gonna look it up. You guys keep talking.
But yeah, no, it was just a really good movie. I'm kind of in a horror film phase. But
2004. By the
2004. Way. Okay, that was a long time ago.
I've just started watching The Pit because we now have HBO in the UK, and I just want to put forward, is Santos the Acosta of The Pit? Those who watch The Pit will know what I mean.
I think Santos has more redeeming qualities than Acosta does.
She does. But I just because I've only watched the first 4 episodes of The Pit, so at the moment.
She's a very well-written, complicated character.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we jump right in with the recap? Dawn, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I will. So we open on nighttime and at the clinic. Kenny wakes up to find his young ward Sophia missing, and worse, the clinic door is wide open. He hears her distressed voice outside and panics, dashing out to see her standing a short distance from the clinic step. She sobs uncontrollably that she can't go back inside, as Kenny urges her desperately. But the arrival of the creatures on the perimeter of the trees means Kenny convinces her and they rush back inside to safety. Kenny shouts angrily that he told her not to go outside. In response, Sophia explains her father's died. Kenny grabs the distressed young entity into a tight hug and soothes her, making promises to take care of her. An attractive young girl with a dead daddy issues, Kenny might be in trouble. Sophia, face hidden from Kenny, smirks evilly at her knight in white armour. Marielle confirms the pastor has passed on. At Colney House, Boyd urges a very reluctant Elgin back into the bedroom so he can talk to him alone. He tells Elgin that when people ask, he must tell them he lost his eye helping Fatima. It's in his and everyone else's best interest if they don't know the truth behind his injuries. Elgin questions the believability of the lie, and a terse Boyd, whilst tidying up his torture tools, says that if he doesn't comply, he will tell everyone Elgin killed Tilly and he'll end up in the box. Elgin is unconvinced the lies will stay hidden, but Boyd threatens that Elgin better make sure they do, kicking his bag of tools under the bed. It's morning, and the jukebox in the diner plays Good Morning by Soul Asylum, blasting an annoyed Acosta awake. We see the Matthews family asleep in their home, and Boyd washing his face as the cheery music plays. He steps outside Colney House. Something catches his eye, and using binoculars, he sees a bloody bag hanging from the motel sign. After the titles, Boyd is running and arrives at the motel sign alongside Costa Jade and several Fromvillians. Tabitha steps out her front door and immediately spots the bloody sack. She begins muttering, "Oh God." Boyd puts two and two together and realizes the bag of viscera dripping blood likely contains Jim. Ethan too has reached this conclusion and runs towards it, but is caught by Boyd. Tabitha manages to convince the equally horrified Julie to take Ethan to the barn while the adults tend to the task of removing the bag. As they walk hand in hand, Ethan asks his sister if that is their dad. Begging for reassurance, he says it can't be Jim and asks her to promise they will find him. Behind them, Jade and Boyd lower the sack. Tabitha requests she be the one to open it. Trepidatiously, she opens the parcel to reveal a dismembered goat. A red goat rather than a red herring. Julie, meanwhile, unintentionally keeps her promise to Ethan as she opens the barn door and screams in horror. The others come running. Boyd immediately grabs the pair of sobbing kids and pulls them out of the eye line of the horror in the barn. Tabitha enters and finally sees Jim, dead, hanging in a position strangely similar to the Hanged Man tarot card. On the barn wall, "Knowledge comes at a cost" is daubed in white paint. Sophia prays over her father's body in the clinic before thanking and watching Kenny. She asks what happens now. Kenny suggests a burial and informs a uninformed Sophia that Boyd is the sheriff and the man who holds everyone together. He then suggests they go into town to get some new glasses from the diner storage. A distraught Ethan Hulk smashes his way around his kitchen, erupting with the rageful statements normally reserved for a moody teen. He blames Tabitha and the couple's perpetual fights for Jim's death before storming upstairs. Tabitha wails, "It wasn't a fight," as Julie goes after her brother. Boyd and Jade load up Jim's body at the barn and take it to the church with Elsa's help, while Donna says she'll check on the family. Inside the church, Boyd puzzles over the message on the wall, and Jade tells him they need to talk. Sarah watches the barn from a distance, telling an approaching Kenny and Sophia what's happened to Jim. Kenny wants Sophia to go back to the clinic, but Sarah introduces herself and offers to take the girl to the storeroom. A reluctant Kenny agrees as Sarah gives him her condolences, as she knows he and Jim were close. Were they? Jade tells Boyd about the Acnui kids and why he thinks the message was for him and Tabitha. Boyd remembers what Sarah told him about Nathan's beliefs. If we push too hard, they push back. Boyd, looking at Jade's reincarnation timeline, asks how they saved the children that are already dead and have been so for centuries. Jade assures Jim he's working on it. "Well, work harder," implores Boyd. At the diner, Acosta spits a warning to a concerned Sarah not to try and befriend her. Sarah resists asking what crawled up her ass and died, and instead backs off and returns to helping Sophia find glasses in the store. In their bedroom, Ethan pretends to be asleep, allowing Julie to slip out and tell Donna she's going for a walk. Brushing off the motherly offer of a listening ear, she finds an exercising Randall, who angrily dismisses the teen until he realizes she's distraught. She tells him the news about her dad as he pulls her in for a comforting hug. She tells him he needs to come with her to the ruins, believing the answer to saving her father is there, and she needs his help to do it.
Jade approaches Tabitha, who is angrily trying to scrub away the painted message in the barn. He says this message means everything they saw and felt was real. He thinks they are trying to scare them to stop looking into things further. Tabitha states the obvious, that it's working. She's terrified. When Jade tries to urge her to think of her children, Tabitha angrily spits out a fuck you into his face and lashes out that he means nothing, he only cares about himself, and he should have died instead of Jim. Ouch. Back at the diner, Acosta has her own fuck it moment and rushes down to the clinic to creep into the ambulance. Stirring it up causes Marielle and Christy to run outside. Marielle steps in front of the vehicle, giving Christy time to climb into the stationary ambulance. She shuts the door and, reassuring Marielle, says if Acosta wants to go for a joyride, she's going to. Acosta drives off at a terrifying speed. Marielle then rushes to the sheriff's office to tell Boyd and Kenny about the kidnapping. While Sophia chooses new glasses, based on style rather than prescription, why are you not suspicious, Sarah? She talks about how nice it is that these are reminders of the people who have gone. When she asks if what happens to Jim happens often, Sarah honestly says it certainly happens more than it used to. Sophia spots a porcelain ballerina on the shelf and stares at it, touching it gently, as Sarah then apologizes for her bluntness. Sophia reassures her that Papa Vicar would have approved and pokes Sarah's wound, asking if she has any family in town. Sorry, I got lost. Not anymore, says Sarah, and Sophia does a secret evil smile. Marielle, Kenny, and Boyd run after the ambulance, which has brought Donna out of the Matthews house as it barrels past. In the commotion, Ethan pulls a classic Ethan and slips out the back door of the house unnoticed. In the ambulance, Acosta says that she has no reason to believe anyone about being stuck there. After all, she didn't go round and round like everyone else did, never mind the existence of the bulletproof monsters. When Christy suggests this is about Elgin, Acosta says Christy is a doctor and cannot be okay with what happened to him. Christy responds she's not, nor is she okay with a cop killing people, which is what she is going to do with her carelessness. Acosta insists the only thing she's doing is getting out. In the church, Tabitha sits on the bed beside Jim's body. Holding his hand, she asks why he didn't come home. She relays the things that she thought all night while she waited for him, including the fact that he has always been her person, her everything, despite the fights, and she worries he didn't know that. She presses his hand to her face and reassures him and the kids will be okay somehow. Telling him he doesn't need to be afraid, she kisses his hand, tells him she loves him, and says goodbye. Boyd stands in the road to attempt to stop the ambulance's next go-round, but Acosta only speeds up, nearly mowing the sheriff down. When Christy asks what more proof Acosta needs, she rails that there has to be something they can do other than sit around, and slams Boyd for not knowing what he's doing. At least she is trying to do something. On the road, Boyd tells Kenny to get the spike strip. Crouching in a corner of the barn, a distressed Victor is approached by a concerned Henry. Victor says Henry shouldn't have come here. When Henry tries to encourage his son to see Ethan, Victor says he can't and worries that everything good is taken away here. What if Henry's next? Though Henry reassures he's not going anywhere, and all too experienced Victor says you can't promise that and evades Henry's attempts to embrace him. He says that Henry should never have come to this place, but Henry points out that no one should. But at least they are here together now, finally managing to hug his son. Randall asks Julie what happens when she walks into the ruins. She said she finds her dad and Randall She said she finds her dad and asks Randall to walk them through first. I'm sorry, and asks Randall to walk through first. When nothing happens, she tells a confused Randall that's good, as it means he can come in and pull her out when she needs him. She makes him promise to give her time, though, no matter how bad things look. When she walks through the ruins in daylight, she finds herself in the woods at night, with creatures walking past her. She sees the RV and gasps when Jim looks out of the lit window into the night. Shortly afterward, Donna and Jim run from the RV while Boyd shoots at the creatures. Julie shouts and runs after her father, but is grabbed by the nurse and flung to the ground. The nurse climbs on top of the writhing Julie and says she wants to play. Before covering Julie's mouth with her grotesque hand, Randall, seeing Julie gasping and seeming to have a seizure, pulls her to safety just in time, where she wails in his arms that she has to go back. When Tabitha finds Ethan missing from his bedroom, she and a stunned Donna head out to look for him. In the ambulance, Acosta relates that her mother believed in hell, but she thinks hell is only for people who believe they deserve to suffer. With staggering self-assurance, she declares she doesn't deserve it and that everyone here is not trying because they believe they do. Christy tries to warn her that she has seen what happens to people who try to escape. And clue, they're all eating dirt. Just then, she notices Ethan walking along the roadside. He tries to hide from the ambulance, and a single-minded Acosta insists he's fine and carries on driving at top speed. She spots the spike strip and tries to veer away, but Christy grabs the wheel and steers them back, bringing Acosta's fast and furious dreams to an end. Immediately, Boyd grabs Acosta from the cab, asking what she thought she was playing at and roughing her around as he cuffs her. Christy shouts a warning-toned Boyd, and he calms, walking Acosta away until Christy remembers Ethan is out in the woods alone. Ethan has reached the RV, where he picks up the CD radio and puts it in his backpack. When he comes back out, he sees Jim, healthy and untouched, sitting on the tree. He runs and embraces his fully corporeal father. Jim asks what he's doing, and Ethan says he wanted to use the broken radio to contact the real Thomas and tell him to look out for their dad. Jim asks if Ethan remembers that he told him how they have to look after each other. I'm sorry. Jim asks if Ethan remembers that he told him how they have to look after each other and says Julie and Tabitha need that from him more than ever. As they talk, Jim keeps looking around into the trees worriedly while Ethan realizes Jim isn't sticking around. He kneels and asks Ethan something very important. Does he remember his dream when he was trapped in the RV? Ethan remembers the Lake of Tears. Jim tells Ethan it's real, it's here, and he has to find it. Donna and Tabitha's voices ring out calling for Ethan. The voices distract the boy, and when he looks back, Jim has disappeared. Tabitha finds her son and holds him close as he tells her his dad was right here. Yeah, I love that the Jim blood streak is still right there.
yeah, your dad is right here. There he is.
Yeah.
Bits of them all over the place.
Yeah. So before we go into our tops and bottoms, what do you guys think about Jim looking around the way he was?
I'm wondering again, like Julie, if he's like in two timelines at once kind of thing, and in another timeline somebody is coming for him, the man in yellow or whoever, to stop him, and so he knows he's only got a couple of minutes, and then he's gonna, he doesn't leave, he just disappears, so it's like the timelines split again. That's what I'm assuming.
This is his first time trying out his ghost dad powers, so he hasn't quite got the hang of it yet.
Yeah, I hear ya. Now, I wanted to talk about something, but I'll save it for the lists. Let's go ahead and jump into our MVPs. We are starting with Dawn, right?
Yeah.
All right, Dawn, who you're giving your pancakes to this week?
I have to give it to Christy. She is the putting herself on the line girl. We love it. And she's taking no shit from Acosta. I love that she's trying to engage in her, logically, because obviously all the emotional conversations with Acosta have done nothing. So she's trying to be logical with her, and putting herself literally on there. She's the girl in this episode for me.
Yeah. I think that's a great choice. I am actually going to give this may be a controversial pick, but I'm actually going to give my pancakes to Ethan just because of how, like, I mean, he was so he was just such a self-starter in this episode.
Yeah.
I mean, he just I thought he was being just a really cool, ambitious little kid. I mean, much of what he's trying to do doesn't make a lot of sense, but I appreciate his kind of, like, his do over talk attitude. And
yeah.
I get it.
Proactive.
Yeah, I get
Very
what he's trying to do. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought that was really smart and brave of him.
Mm-hmm.
Jazz, who's getting your pancakes?
I also put Christy, but I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit. Although I do, Christy gets a full stack of pancakes. She's just a badass in this episode. She still has a broken foot. She, like, hops in the ambulance. She constantly gives Acosta shit, which is amazing. Excuse me. I know I've mentioned this to you guys, but not yet on the podcast. Have you noticed that what Christy says to Acosta is almost the same thing that Tom says to Tabitha in the season 1 finale? Where he's like, I've seen everyone come through here with all these ideas and they all end up at the same place, the bar. And Christy's like, I've seen the same thing except they're all dead.
Yep.
That's effective and correct.
Yes.
Yes, especially because it came from Tom saying it, and now, well, Tom's dead. So literally everyone.
Yeah. And I also kind of worry that Christy is on the shopping block, that she's not.
She better not be. I hope not. I'll protest outside of MGM's building. So yeah, I do think that Christy also just grabbing the steering wheel and steering into the spike strip was so badass.
Yeah.
I love me some Christy, but I also want to acknowledge Randall because I almost never do. And B, he wasn't happy with Julie at the start of this episode. He's not super comfortable with her right now. And he immediately realized the way he acted was wrong and corrected his behavior and moved into, like, physical comfort, which is something that he doesn't really seem super comfortable with himself. And he knew that she needed it. He knew that she, needed help and attention and love in that moment, and he helped her. And I thought that was really sweet. And he went with her back to the ruins, even though he's terrified. Props to Randall. I'll give him 3 pancakes. Critical stack.
I give him some grace for snapping at her in the beginning, because he literally basically just tried to kill himself. About
5
10
minutes,
10 20 5 10 20 minutes
yesterday evening.
So I'll give him some grace for that. But it's I liked that too. I really like their relationship a lot. And it's a very, it's a nice brother sister kind of relationship. I appreciate it. He might be kind of like a substitute father figure for Jim in Jim's absence almost. Not that
Lloyd's
she really...
got too many kids already, so
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And Jade and Jade has taken his time to stepping into stepdaddy role. So
Yeah.
easing into it.
Yeah.
You'll never replace your dad.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, let's go to our tops. Dawn, what is your number 5?
It's a tough one. There's lots of sort of nice bits in this episode. But I went with Donna stepping in and helping with the Matthews and just doing, so much of the earlier seasons, when she was Colony House and Boyd was the town, and she was only ever there when things were going wrong, and it's her and Boyd discussing I love their relationship. But I really liked that she was like, I'm not going to be at the center of everything. I'm just going to go to the side here, and she's literally cleaning up the mess that Ethan has made. And I just thought that's so lovely. That's totally what in a family or whatever. It's like the kind aunt. She's like the auntie to these kids, and she's looking after them while mum goes off to have a breakdown. And she's just cleaning up the mess, literal cleaning up the mess. And even though she doesn't notice Ethan has slipped out, so she's not doing a brilliant job of it, she's really trying. And obviously she has that connection with Julie because Julie stayed at Colney House first, that she's trying to reach out and be there because she knows Julie is going to need somebody to talk to, and it might not be her mother. So I just love Donna in that role, because I thought it was different for her.
Yeah, it was.
Agreed.
Okay, so I should have kind of zoomed in on this picture a bit more, but I don't know if you guys noticed, I found this interesting. As Donna is cleaning up the puzzle pieces, if you stare at the pile of puzzle pieces, you can clearly see there is not an end or a corner in sight. There's no border or corner pieces. It's hard to tell in this picture because it's not blown up.
Yeah.
But I'll try to blow it up before the end of the episode, or I'll at least post a blown up version in the community section on our YouTube channel. Looking.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I was really looking closely.
Yeah, there are no corner or border pieces.
I can confirm.
And I just thought that was interesting because Jade had that line in season 2 about how it's like trying to solve a puzzle, but you don't have any of the good pieces like the ends or the corners. So
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Right. Yeah, that's a crazy amount of detail.
Yeah, definitely. So my number 5 is Acosta having to wake up in a diner booth. It's what she deserves.
right next to the jukebox, and it seemed especially loud.
Yeah, she does not look like she got a good night's sleep. Like, you could probably be sleeping in a comfier place if you were just nicer.
She's asleep on the bus.
Yeah, sure. It's is Randall back on the bus now, or is he still at the clinic?
He lives in the clinic. He moved into the clinic at the end of last
season. I don't think he's going back on the bus.
No, he moved in. Marielle invited him.
Yeah.
He brought all his stuff over.
Yeah. Good point.
It was nice.
All right, Jazz, what is your number 5?
The DJ at Radio Free Fromville is a petty ass bitch, and I love it. I love the way they torture people with music on this show is hysterical.
Yes.
And so dark. The song that they play is so dark in comparison to what's waiting for everyone outside in the morning. Like, ooh, that is sinister. It's like, it's a good morning, it's a bright day, bag of body. Not cool, man.
Yeah,
no.
not cool at all. Dawn, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Victor and Henry's scene. There's so many nice relationship scenes in this episode, and that just I mean, in a way it's like a negative, because it always breaks my heart with the two of them, because they're just being so father and son, and it's adorable. And what the bit I especially liked was Henry saying, you have to go and speak to Ethan, he's your friend, and he needs your help. I thought that's such a fatherly thing to do, and obviously Victor is not in a place mentally. Dad, I'm in the middle of having a breakdown here, can't you tell?
Yeah.
It was so sweet. And then, the Victor being open about the fact that he was scared to lose his dad again. And I really loved that. Henry does what any father would do and say, I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, in this world, you can't promise that. You can't say that. And Victor's like, you can't. So, they reach this compromise. Well, okay, no, I can't, but we're here together right now, and that's what counts. And so I liked that we went on this full arc in that scene. I thought it was really an emotional journey, which I thought was in a lot of shows. You don't often get a full story like that in a short scene that's written so well and can take you on that full mental and emotional journey of where Victor is, and his father trying to bring him out of it. Just their relationship is just fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what I find interesting? Like, I was going to make the comment that Victor and Henry and Jade should just all move into the Matthews house, and they can just be all one big happy reincarnated family. But I just realized, as I was about to say that Victor couldn't save Eloise or his mom, but he saved both Julie and Tabitha.
Oh, yes, so he did.
Yeah, I think
that is a really good call.
Yeah. I think that's really sweet. I think the show should have. I think they should have talked about that more.
Yeah.
And Jim, that's why you're dead. You're mean to Victor. Okay. I'm up, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. My number 4 is, man, like, Sophia Man in Yellow is just so diabolical. And I like this smile that she has, and she's praying over Mr. Prusy is just hilarious. It was so brilliant. I love it.
Yeah.
I loved it. Great. Jones, what about you?
I had that higher on my list, but I'll bring it down for the sake of discussion. The actor, I need to look up her name. The actress playing Sophia is a genius.
Julia Doyle.
Chloe Doyle?
Julia Doyle.
Thank you. Yeah, she's a genius. Her facial expressions and the way that she can simultaneously look so innocent and then so evil, just with like head tilts and smile ranges. What an actress. Selling the hell out of this character. I am like so excited to see her every single second that she's on screen. I cannot wait to see where this character goes. Everything she does is so evil. I like that it can be played off as religious fundamentalism, or like, just being kind of like an odd homeschooled girl. It's pretty diabolical.
Yeah, that's the only way to describe it. Dawn, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is Tabitha saying goodbye to Jim. Kathleen's performance was just so good. I love that she's obviously devastated, but is also in control because everything they've gone through, they're expecting this at any moment for everybody, you know? So there's a sense of like, okay, I know how to deal with this. I know what I have to do. And that even in his death, she's thinking of him. She's not thinking about herself and what am I going to do? How am I going to cope? It's all about saying to him, did you know how much I loved you? Did you know everything I felt? And then that the fact she see the almost the last thing she says is, don't worry. I thought that was beautiful. That she wants him to truly be at peace and know that they are okay without him. I've got Jade now. But I loved her performance. I thought it was so realistic and just beautiful.
Her performance was wonderful in that scene.
Yeah, it really was. And I had that a little bit higher, but I'll bring that down to as my number 3. Yeah, I agree. It was just I cried. I legitimately cried. And just everything she did was just like you could feel what she was feeling. Her performance was so good. Like when she took his hand and she put it on her face, and it's just like, oh God, I want to cry talking about it. And this is a character that I didn't like, but I'm sad for I'm sad for the characters who loved him, because it's just it's heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking.
And props again to the physical props people, because for the gym body, it was obviously like a silicone mold, and it's all their special effects are so incredible. If you're not going to give awards for the acting, which they blooming well should, please at least give them Emmys for their special effects, because their physical special effects in an era of AI are just out of this world. They did it last season with Tian Chen, and this season with Jim is so good.
Yeah, for sure. Jazz, what about you?
I'm gonna hate on the gym body later, so I apologize in advance. My number 3 is the way that Boyd immediately realizes what's happening, and he grabs the kids and pulls them in.
Yes.
And just pulls them away. And that scene wrecked me. Just the way he's like cradling them and just trying so much to like take on some of their pain. This barn, they need to shut this barn down. This barn is no good. Nothing good happens in the barn. It's like the 3rd barn death we've had in the series.
Oh God. Yeah.
But his acting in the scene and the kids are just they're incredible. They're 30, but the way he pulls them away and just gets them out of the eye line of the corpse. Wow. It's such a small moment, and I thought about it for like 2 days.
Yeah, same. He's such a great character, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just love him. I want him to be my dad, even though like he's not even old enough to be my dad.
Town dad.
If I ever meet Harold Perrineau, I'm gonna totally freak him out, because I'm just gonna throw my arms around him and be like, "Daddy!"
Parent me.
Yeah. But also, I find you really hot. This is complicated relationship feelings I'm having here.
Yeah, that's my problem. Yeah. I never recovered from Mercutio, so
no. No.
I wonder if you can still do those high kicks.
Oh dear.
I know. I don't think I would be able to. All right, Dawn, what is your number 2?
Mine is really the same as Jazz, but it's also the scene where he's standing outside the Matthews, like all that realization that goes on in his face, completely unspoken, where he goes, "What? What? oh, and then a second later, Ethan is running at him and he grabs him. I loved that they put that in it, and the way he performed it, that he, lesser writing could go, what's going on? What do you think this is? Oh no, but he doesn't. It's just purely on Harold Perrineau's face. And I just adored that. And the way he grabs Ethan, and then, as Jazz said, the way he did it at the barn, I love that he just gathers them up and pulls them out of the way so that they are not looking at it. Oh, I love Boyd.
I know.
I really love the way the scene of him grabbing Ethan was a mirror of the season 2 scene when Tabitha's ambulance comes back here, season 3 scene when Tabitha's ambulance comes back in and Ethan goes running for it and Boyd grabs him.
Yeah.
It was like almost identical, but like such different circumstances. The show's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Man, these tops were killing me, man. So I've got a tie, or Jazz. No, I am next. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually got a tie for my number 2, and it is the it's. Wait, hang on one second. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so my number 2 is a tie. It's basically, I figured I'd throw both of the Jim moments in here. First of all, Jim was literally the hanged man. Where did he go? He's in here somewhere. I lost the picture of Jim. Great, I lost. Oh, there he is.
There you go. Yay!
Yeah, he's literally the hanged man from the tarot deck. It's he's hanging by one leg, and it's the hanged man. The color that's associated with it is blue, which Jim wore constantly. That was kind of like his color. And the number, it's the 12th deck. It's the 12th card in the deck. And it also represents sacrifice. And I almost feel like that ram was kind of like a sign that Jim was a sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of just emphasizing the knowledge comes with a cost part.
Yeah.
So that, and the part at the end with him and Ethan, like the Lake of Tears thing. Okay, first of all, so I always ask this whenever somebody pops up, whenever a dead person pops up, what is he? Is he a vision? Is he a ghost? Is he an actual version of Jim that like is existing in different timelines? Like I'm so confused. But do we think that pretty much the entire fandom has agreed that the story time thing that Julie and Ethan were doing in the first episode was going to kind of like, that's kind of what the story of the show was going to be based on. Do we think that there is a Lake of Tears and that it's actually going to bring people back?
Yeah, now we do.
Or is it just going to be, or is there going to be consequences for them coming back?
Yeah.
I have so many questions. I really want to know why Jim was looking around the way that he was. Was it because of the man in yellow? Is it because of Julie? Did he not want Tabitha to see him? I have so many questions, but the other Jim thing that I wanted to talk about is that when Julie went time traveled back to that moment in the RV, that's when that's after Randall had tied up Donna and they all got stuck in the RV overnight because Randall tossed the van keys. And there is a moment when Julie goes back to that moment. There's a moment where she calls Jim's name, and it almost looks like he's responding, like he heard something, the way he turns his head. That moment, that it's the exact same scene from that episode in season 2. But that exact moment, the reason he's actually responding to the music box starting to play over the radio. So that's super fascinating to me, that the second Julie starts yelling his name, yelling dad, the music box starts playing.
Yeah.
Was
that to drown her out? Like, do you guys have any thoughts on that?
No.
I definitely think the music box is connected to the story walking.
Yeah.
We first see it in the dungeon where Boyd sees Martin. It showed up in this episode, just the ballerina statue in the storage that the Sophia in whatever color is fondling while they're looking around at stuff. I definitely think it's important or has some significance, although I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I do too. I don't think we're done with I know Boyd destroyed the music box, but I don't think we're done with that whole thing.
No.
By any means.
I think it's interesting that the scene that Julie goes back to is pivotal to Randall, that Randall caused it.
Yeah.
And Randall is so tied to Julie with the ruins. So I'm really curious why she went back to that scene and how that connects to Randall, and maybe if Randall is involved in the story walking as well in some way that we don't quite know yet, and that's why subconsciously Julie is with him, when she does it. It's so fun.
The other thing that
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just going to say the other things that are happening in that scene in season 2. While that's happening, Randall basically, I think he had just climbed out the window of the RV, and he's on the ground with covered in cicadas and having convulsions. So that's happening at the moment that Julie went back to. That's happening, and the other thing that's happening is she's in the dungeon with Randall and Marielle. Yeah. So that's I have my brain's hurting again. I have so many questions.
I really want Randall and Marielle and Julie to all go to the ruins together.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too. Well, there's a very scary moment in the trailer where Marielle's basically chained up like she was in the dungeon, but in the clinic.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's like a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. Yeah.
And she may decide to talk to Randall and Julie about that afterward. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Jazz.
Did you have a part 2 to yours?
It was it was the Jim's
Oh yeah.
Did I say my part?
You said something
both
about
Jim moments.
Yeah, both Jim moments. Yeah.
No, it was Jim, but it was also I'm sorry, hang on one second. Okay, Jazz, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Randall immediately realizing that he went too far with Julie and switching gears. We haven't seen very much of this like gentler side of Randall. It's nice. He's a great actor. I really have enjoyed his growth on the show so much.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy the platonic pairing of him and Julie.
Yes.
As long as it continues that way. Yeah, I loved him being there to comfort her and, understanding how much she's hurting after losing her dad. It's a nice move for someone who's not well known for being good at feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
The feeling, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, I mean, like, it's. I think Marielle had quite the effect on him, you know, because she was so kind to him,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I think that kind of helped soften him up a bit. He was always like he always wanted to help, but he was a fucking asshole.
Yes.
And you know, and he immediately took the Fromanon thing way too far.
Yeah.
All right, Dawn, what's your number one?
It's Jim and Ethan. That whole scene, and largely it's Ethan. I like that they had Julie and Ethan take different angles on this. Their father's just died. Julie immediately wants to undo it, to fix it, to change it. But what Ethan's doing is he's so like his mother. He's caring about Jim. He wants to go and get the CB radios, talk to Thomas, so Thomas can look out for Jim. Which that was like, oh, that really got to me. That he had instantly accepted his father's death and is thinking about him, wants him to be okay, as I say, exactly like Tabitha. And then that scene with them, it's amazing that Ethan still seems so young, but he feels so much more mature, even though he is being a little boy in this and hugging his dad and whatever. There's something about his way he knows you're not sticking around, are you? This is just a brief interval, and he answers his father's questions clearly and isn't saying, "Where are you? What are you going to do?" You know, he's just like, "What? You know, do you remember this? This is important." And I thought, yeah, it was a lovely scene between them. We always are hard on Jim, but he was a good father most of the time.
Yeah. Until season 3, he was a great dad.
Yeah.
Then once Tabitha went missing, it was like, oh God, get your shit together, man.
I do wonder if it is Julie that he's looking around for, that in another timeline there's Julie is there saying, "Come on, we've got to go," and you know, that's, but hopefully we'll find out soon.
Yeah, I hope so too. Hopefully that won't involve Julie dying.
No. And I just wanted to say what the lyrics of the song are that played on the jukebox, because I didn't know what song it was. I didn't recognize it, and Jazz sent me the name of it. So I looked at the lyrics, and it's "Good morning, nothing to do to save his life. Call his wife in. Nothing to do but say, but what a day. How's your boy been?" When they're about to find Jim's body, wow, the jukebox is cruel.
That's a petty ass DJ.
Yeah.
Damn.
Going to work, don't want to go, feeling low down, heading for home. You start to roam, then you're in the town. It's like, wow, this is a song about prom. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Next time Tabitha walks into the diner, it's going to be playing Blue by Joni Mitchell.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Maybe we'll get to see her smash up a jukebox this season.
Yes.
That would be fun.
So my number one, it was not a positive thing, but oh my God, the level of diabolical did you guys think Jim was in the bag?
Yes, yeah. I thought he was. Yeah, totally.
I thought he was too. The level of diabolical, like
the switcheroo. Yeah.
So Tabitha sends the kids away, and they end up finding him.
Yeah.
This is in my bottom 5.
Yeah, mine too.
I mean, it's not a good thing, but by any means, but it's just like that was freaking brilliant on a diabolical level.
Deeply cruel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it shows how well they know them.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, they did that because they wanted something out in the open to get the kids away from it, so that they could find Jim. I mean, that's so diabolical. It's unbelievable. Like it was brilliant writing, I thought.
Oh yeah, totally.
All right. Jazz.
My number one is Christy, the Last Action Hero. We discussed this at length because she was my MVP too, but yeah, especially the scene of her running Acosta off the road was so great. But
yeah,
just her refusal, to like acknowledge like there's like Acosta's even doing something remotely intelligent. She's just like, no, you're dumb. This is so stupid. You're wasting time. You're destroying the ambulance. You're probably going to kill somebody. Like, she has no patience for her. She's not even really trying to talk her down or be friendly at all.
Yeah.
I liked the approach, because she would, seasons ago, would have been much gentler and kinder, but she just doesn't have the patience for it anymore.
Yeah.
My ankle hurts. I'm like a mofo. I'm just telling you the basics here.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, let's take a moment to go to our FROMily debate team segment before we head into the bottom five.
We need a theme tune for this. That we can play.
I'll find something. I'll find an interesting little jingle. The FROMily debate team, before the episode, we randomly select. We do a little wheel spinner thing, and we randomly select we pick a conflict in the show, and then we randomly assign roles. We don't know who's going to get assigned to defend who, but this week we are doing Randall. Should Randall have helped Julie? So the good thing is there's really no bad guy in this one.
No.
But Dawn was assigned judge. Jazz was assigned to defend Randall, and I was assigned to. I guess I'm not really on Julie's side. I'm kind of more
Julie's
like
point of view.
Prosecutor.
Yeah,
like prosecutor basically.
Yeah.
All right. Which one of these do we think is the hardest?
Julie, maybe prosecuting, because
Yeah.
I think that's hardest. Yeah.
All right. Dawn, let us know when you're ready. And Jazz, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready, Jazz?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Randall doesn't have very many friends. It's of the utmost importance that he continues to treat the very few people who tolerate him well. He's not everyone's favorite person. He's not the easiest guy to get along with. And his closest relationship right now, besides Marielle, is with Julie. And Julie can't go off in the woods. She needs someone there to get her out, and she trusts him. So yeah, I think it's good, and I don't know of a safer person that would probably let her explore the way that Randall would be willing to. It's super dangerous, but so is everything else. So I'm out of words.
And out of time. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So, Randall is still pretty traumatized by what happened in the dungeon, and I like he should know better. Julie is desperate to save her dad's life, but some really bad shit has happened to them. Randall, as far as we know, hasn't yet gotten rid of the cicadas because, I mean, you know, they were just in his head yesterday and he tried to kill himself. Julie, bad stuff happens down there and she wants to keep going back. And like, she almost got killed this time by a creature. And if she got killed, how would that affect the timeline? No, it's a bad idea. You shouldn't mess with time travel. I mean, has she never seen Butterfly Effect? Come on.
Okay, right. Time's up. Yeah, okay. That was, yeah, it's a very even fight. But I'm going to give it to Jazz simply for the line, it's a bad thing, but bad things happen here. So, yeah, that sums up. Everything is bad here. So what difference is it going to make? Yeah, so you're the winner.
All right. Well, let's go to the flip side and talk about our bottom picks for this episode, starting with who we're putting in the box. Dawn, who are you putting in the box this week?
I tried to find somebody else, but in the end, it's got to be a Costa. I'm sorry. I really wanted to pick somebody different, but Wyatt, she is so awful. This, you know, yes, she killed someone, but in an earlier episode, but I think this is my favorite worst, if you know what I mean. She's just so awful at everything. Just be a little bit human, for goodness sake. When an evil entity is more evil than you, take a look in the mirror, Acosta.
You're causing more problems than the literal demon in town.
Yeah.
Maybe take a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, my MVP is just going to this evil entity, even though it was like my number one pick.
Yeah.
Just the amount of cruelty that was caused in this episode was just off the charts. So bad entity, whoever you are, man in yellow, whoever your real identity is, you're a dick. You're going in the box. And I realize you'll probably survive the box, but whatever. We're locking you up. We'll figure out a way to keep you in there somehow. Maybe put a talisman on the outside but I don't really, I mean, I don't know how that'll work.
I don't think the talismans work on him.
Yeah.
/ her.
Jazz, who's your
mine's Acosta and I'm not changing it. Fuck Acosta, dude. She sucks.
Yeah.
It's on my bottom, so I don't want to discuss it too much here because I have a whole points.
Yeah, me too.
She has done nothing but be egregious since she arrived in town, and this may be the most egregious she's ever been.
Yeah,
and that is saying something.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
What a terrible person.
Can we title this video Acosta Sucks?
Yeah, Acosta Sucks. Oh man. All right, Dawn, what's your number 4?
My number 5. Yeah, my number 5. Okay, is Sophia choosing glasses depending on how they look on her face? What? How did that not a lot? Why did Sarah not think? Shouldn't you be basing them on if you can see out of them and they assist your vision? That's such a weird thing. I was like, she's just going on, do these look? Oh no, they're too big. No, it's a case of, oh yeah, these are. I can see quite clearly with these. Or, oh no, these are giving me a migraine and everything is a double.
Yeah.
Have a clue on how to be. They know everything about everybody, but they don't know how glasses work. I nearly had that as my title. Demons don't know how glasses work.
Yeah. Nice.
Picking them for fashion is a strange choice.
Yeah. My number 5 is we still can't get rid of Jim.
He's not going anywhere.
That's it. That's all I have to say.
He'll be
Jazz.
back.
Yeah.
My number 5 is both alive Jim and dead Jim got done dirty in this episode.
Yeah.
I did not share your opinion. I thought that was the worst body model they've done. It wasn't a bad body model. It just didn't look like Jim to me.
No.
I thought the priest looked more like Jim than Jim did. And alive Jim is in clearly Ian Bailey cut his hair.
Yes.
Once he was done, because that is the ugliest fucking wig I have ever seen in my life. What is going on with the wigs this season?
I don't know.
They're so bad.
Out of control.
They are so bad.
Sarah is wearing a full Cousin It costume tucked into the back of her sweater. It's insane. Like they normally their wigs are really good on this show, and Julie's wig is terrible.
Oh my god, Julie's wig.
The Jim wig just looked like he slept in it. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. The makeup and sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, why can't they do curls and wigs? I've seen it on other shows as well. The curls are just awful. They're just like bouffant instead of actual curls.
It doesn't look like it's attached to his head. It's just like floating just above his head. It's so bad. It's not that Jim gets much dignity, period, in this series, but for this to be his like final episode or whatever, like they could have cleaned him up a little bit. They could have done something. There's nobody attending his body in the funeral home, getting him ready for Tabitha like they did for Tien Chen. Tien Chen's body model, like the jaw looked kind of weird, but you could attribute that to the monsters, like breaking bones and stuff. His just did not look like him. I just didn't favor him to me. And it bothered me because Catalina's so good in that scene saying goodbye to him. And it is just like, who are you talking to? Who is this man? Like you're having this beautiful moment with, because I don't recognize him.
I wonder if Ian Bailey came in for her to finish that scene, to film that scene, I should say. Because he was filming for them, it would have been nice. I know some actors do that, come in just so they can have someone to react to. So I don't know, just speculating.
Yeah, maybe. All right, Dawn, what's your number 4?
It is it's one of my Acosta moments. What's her problem with Sarah now? Just all Sarah asks is, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Why are you speaking to me like you're my friend?" No, she's speaking to you like you're a human being, and she's another human being, and she's just checking you're okay. Don't talk to me like we're friends. Like, oh, poor Sarah, as if she hasn't had a hard enough time being a murderer.
Now the Elgin thing.
Yeah, and now even Acosta.
I don't understand why Acosta's upset about Elgin.
No, I don't.
Elgin kidnapped a pregnant woman and put her in a murder hole.
Yeah.
Like, why are you not? I mean, I'm not saying she should be glad that Elgin got hurt, but like, why are you so concerned?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why are you not more concerned about Fatima?
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
That was actually my number 4 too. Her just being a total bitch to Sarah.
There's no need.
Yeah. Jazz, what's your number 4?
I'll move my Acosta down to 4 so that we can make it all one go. This woman is the empress of stupid fucking plans, first of all.
Yeah.
I do not understand. Like, she keeps going on and on about what a great cop she is, but she does not seem to be able to use her incredible detective skills to understand that the monsters are bulletproof.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, she's saying to Christy, why should I believe anything you guys say? Because you saw the bulletproof monsters eat your homies? And you left a bunch of people chained in an ambulance and ran away. Like,
Yeah.
saying that everyone else deserves to be here, but she
Oh
doesn't
my
deserve to
God.
be here, like, made me furious.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no one else has ever tried. Like, just because you showed up halfway through the story and you decide you're Christopher Columbus and you're the first one who's ever fucking been there and you'll figure it out. Like, everyone's been trying to get out. Everyone's been trying to get out. You're not the
Yeah.
first person. It's just, her attitude sucks.
Yeah, I mean, Jade was insane when he first came in, but as soon as he saw dead Toby, he got it. You know?
Exactly.
And even
then,
when he was coming up with plans to he was involving everybody else. He wanted Jim to be involved in it. He wasn't saying, I'm the only person who can do this and you could all go away and blaming them. He was like, come on, let's all work together. So
Yeah.
she made 3 laps around the town and couldn't get out.
Yeah.
You're just gonna keep speeding up until you hit somebody? Like, what's your plan?
Oh,
She
she's such a
ramp
toxic.
off of the colony house and over the mountains? Like, I just don't see it working.
I don't know. I'm just gonna start calling her Officer Fuckstick from now on.
She obviously read Harry Potter and thinks if she runs fast enough into a wall, she'll walk through it. So carry on with that.
Good plan. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh God, what a nightmare. Dawn, you're up next, right?
Yeah. Number 4 is Sophia kind of pulling Kenny outside, and it's clear she didn't want him to die. She just wanted him to feel sorry for her and comfort her.
Yes.
And that is giving me ickety ick. Whether she was an entity or a teenage girl, either way it's not good. The fact she's both, worse.
Yes.
That was horrible, because it's like, my first instinct was, oh, she's trying to get Kenny killed. Then I was like, no, she isn't. She's got a longer plan for Kenny, and that was horrible. Maybe I should start using the thems for an entity as entity pronouns, because we don't know what its origins actually are. But as Sophia, she, I thought that was just so icky, and then the smile when she's hugging. Oh dear. Yeah, every scene with Sophia and Kenny is giving me the major ick.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah, my number 3 is, I thought Boyd was a little too harsh toward Elgin. That kind of hurt me. Like
he kidnapped his daughter-in-law.
Yeah, but I mean,
I feel like he's lucky he didn't just dump him in the lake. Like,
yeah, but I mean, he was being controlled, though. Like, I mean, like Sarah. Maybe even more so.
He wasn't nice to Sarah at first either.
Yeah. Yeah, I just felt bad for him. I mean, the kid just lost his eye.
Yeah.
And like, dude, give him a break. Don't just leave the room. Just leave the room. Just tell him he needs to talk to Fatima, and that's it. Just get out of his way. let him like be away from you for a little while. Dawn or Jess. What's your
Okay, my number 3 is a 2-parter. Part 1 being that opening scene with Kenny and Sophia. I do not like the way Kenny reacted to that. Not him whispering, "I'm gonna take care of you."
Yeah.
Like, he's been waiting for this damsel since the minute Marielle showed up. I do not like where this is going.
No.
I am not trying to see him accidentally hook up with the man in yellow. Not cool.
Yeah.
And then my second part is why does anyone ever take their eye off Ethan? This kid nonstop is trying to pull a baby's day out. Why are you guys? He doesn't sleep, y'all. He's plotting. He's making his next movie. He's constantly escaping. Why? Like, stay on him all the time. Lock the door. Take all the bed sheets off the bed. I don't know what you have to do to keep him in the house, but they need to put some more effort into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Julie doesn't eat and he doesn't sleep.
Donna's like, I haven't left, and you know there's a back door, right?
Yes, exactly.
I mean, you don't want to cover it up just in case you get another like old lady monster in the house kind of situation, but you know, you might want to like put an alarm on there, like string some cans on the back door or something. So even if he tries to remove them, she'll hear.
Did nobody come to Fromville with an air tag on them? They can tag Ethan with.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right, John, what's your number 2?
Number 2 is Elgin, poor Elgin. But I'm like creeps out by the way he was like saying to Boyd, you know, the truth always comes out, and what happens if I'm worried that there's still something going to happen with him, something bad. When he first showed up, Victor said, I don't trust him. Now maybe it is just that he's going to be manipulated and you know what he's done to Fatima, but I'm scared there's more to come. That conversation with Boyd just had all kind of foreshadowing red flags all over it. So it made me so uneasy because I really like Elgin. There's something about him, you know, you just want to take care of him. But I'm scared that it's all going to go far worse again.
I don't understand where Elgin's coming from.
No,
I really don't.
I wonder if it's like self-punishment. He feels awful for what he did, and he kind of wants to be punished for it. He wants everybody to know the truth.
Kind of like Sarah.
Or if he feels like part of the message of the Kimono Woman, it has to come out, that it has to, you know, part of the plan, it has to be that it's revealed to everybody why he was doing it. I don't know, but I don't know
obviously he was lied to. His plan didn't work. They're not getting out. And he hurt Fatima. She could have died. Like, we don't really know what the outcome could have. If no one had bound her, would the monsters have come up from the hole and eaten her or whatever? We don't know.
Yeah.
The way that he's, I mean, I'm sure he's mad about being tortured. That sucks. The way he's reacting like he was in the right is just strange to me.
Yeah. I keep thinking, John, about that whole thing about Victor saying that he doesn't trust him. I've been thinking about that a lot lately too.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder if, like, I just don't feel like this was why. I feel like there's something else. Like, either he was somebody really bad in the town before.
Oh, that's a good thought. Yeah.
Or the man in yellow is going to take him over too.
Yeah.
You know, like he might die and then,
Because obviously he had nightmares and visions of this place. So Elgin has some really big connection to it that we don't know yet. So, yeah.
Okay. So my number 2 is mommy and daddy fighting. Okay. First of all, Jade, give her a fucking minute. Jesus fucking Christ. They're trying to scare us. Yeah, no fucking shit. You just saw her find her dead husband. Yeah. I think they're trying to scare. I think they're trying to scare you guys, and it's obviously working because
You think?
I mean, if he's the voice, if he's being the voice of the audience, maybe Jim dying didn't really scare him too much. but I mean that's pretty fucking scary. But also Tabitha, man, telling him that he doesn't care about anybody but himself after he went into the tunnels to try to save your daughter. Like, oh God, I love Tabby, but she made me mad with that whole thing.
I think it was guilt talking. I think she's blaming Jade for Jim being dead, and she feels guilty that it's like she was having an affair because she was with Jade, and that's why Jim died. And it doesn't matter, Tabitha. Whatever you would have done, Jim was going to die, so it doesn't matter. But right now, she obviously blames her connection with Jade rather than Jade himself.
I think it was more just that that she feels bad that they worked so hard to figure out that piece of the puzzle, and that's ultimately what killed Jim. So what they did essentially killed him, and Jim was not totally on board.
No.
And I think she feels, I think she probably feels really bad about that because he didn't really want to be part of that, and he ended up dying. But it's telling him that that it should have been him that was killed. That was rough.
Yeah, that was
cool. I did not like this. My Jade at the ship is not going the way that I hoped for.
Give him some time. Those two crazy kids.
Yeah. Jazz, what's your number 2?
Mine's the same. I was upset with Tabitha. Well, I understand. I don't want to say I understand because I've never lost a husband. But I do understand grief, and I understand saying things that you don't mean. But wow, that was so mean. That was so too far. Telling him he has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And that he doesn't matter. And it should have been him. It gave me the ick.
Yeah.
I hope we get to see her apologize for that.
Yeah.
She needs to. It's not cool.
It's Tabby. She will.
I'm sure will. Yeah.
She's an angel. Tabitha's an angel. She'll apologize.
Yeah.
And then they'll get it on. And no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, you never know.
She's gonna have a threesome with Jade and Henry.
Wait, we haven't had a sex scene in the show for ages. Come on.
That would be a great way to bring it back.
Oh my God.
Wow.
All right.
Like I was just going to say, like that scene in Sense8 when all of the characters, they're all mentally connected, are having basically an orgy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyway.
All right, Dawn, what's your number 1?
It was Acosta, but I think we've covered that. So I moved things around, and so my number 1 is the evilness of the entity, the powers that be making the kids find Jim. Not accidental, deliberately doing it, and making sure they were separated from their mother when they did it. That is the worst thing I think it has ever done. It's killed people, it's tortured people, it's put stuff in people's brains. But that, to take especially, Ethan, to take a little boy and a girl and deliberately make sure they are alone finding their dead father in such a, in the way they did, was just, wow. That's a new low entity.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. It was so diabolical that it made my number 1 because it was just so brilliant.
It's my number 1 exactly. As well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my number 1, I don't really think there's much to say about it though. It's just Acosta taking the ambulance. I mean, just what an absolute self-centered self-absorbed dick.
Especially the dialogue about hell, and that you're all just not trying because you think you've done something bad. I haven't. I'm a good person. Like,
Yeah.
You murdered someone the first day you were in town.
Yep.
even if
And-
she
and-
hadn't, who thinks like that? Nobody
Right.
thinks. It's like when you go through security at the airport, and you immediately go, "Have I actually got 12 kilos of heroin in my bag?" You immediately doubt yourself. But if you're on the road and a police car's behind you, you go, "Have I done something wrong?" Most people think they have done something wrong, and she's right when she says that. Everybody thinks they deserve to be in hell, but she doesn't. What kind of ego do you have to think you don't deserve to be there? Wow. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Eve is big enough to show up on day one, murder someone, and then demand to be sheriff the next day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It was
Yeah.
nice seeing her get handcuffed, though. That was
Yeah,
fun.
that was great.
Jazz, what's your number one?
My number one was also the gruesome switcheroo.
Yeah.
That was one of the worst things they've done on the show. Murder, like they love to murder people, and I'm desensitized to them murdering people at this point, but to rub the kids' faces in it,
Yeah.
that's dark. Whew.
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
dark. And they did the same thing to Kenny. They really rubbed both Kenny's parents' deaths in his face, but Julie and Ethan are so much younger.
Mm-hmm.
It really makes me feel that they are both really important to the story. The fact that they're trying so hard to torture these kids, and I really feel like they're after Ethan. They keep
think so?
coming for Ethan in particular.
Yeah, I could see that. I have been thinking a lot about the idea that certain people are off limits to the monsters.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I think that's very possible. I think basically most of the people that have connections to the town might be off limits to the monsters, and we don't know that yet.
Yeah, maybe their deaths have to come at their own hand, and I don't mean deliberate hand, but you know what I mean. They have to do something that means they die rather than the monsters just outright killing them.
Yeah, because so many of the deaths have been calculated. Like, Jim was not about just killing some rando. They had reasons for killing Jim. Tian Chen, same thing. They killed Tian Chen in front of Boyd because they wanted to break Boyd. And she was a good person to do that with. Yeah. And I think they have a certain diet that certain characters are not part of.
I wonder if whatever is controlling the good stuff in From, and we've got like the boy in white or whatever we think is, sometimes positive things seem to happen. I wonder if that same power has put some people in there for good. Like Kenny just feels like he's there just to be a good person, and I wonder if like a positive entity has put him in there, and Christy, to help people. I'll be really interested to see what the reveal is, and that's like the end of the series. But I think that'll be an interesting thing to see.
I do think that what Christy said to Boyd last week, about how dangerous it is for people to lose faith in him and see him falling apart. I think that's going to be a big theme of the season, and because I think Boyd falling apart is going to hurt them more than anything, and that's what they want. So I think we're gonna see Boyd go through it big time this season. Did you guys have anything that you wanted to add before we get out of here?
Were Jim and Kenny close? What? That's a weird line. And Sarah's like, I'm really sorry. I know you were close. I was like,
I guess they lived in their house.
Yeah,
I suppose that's all I could think of. Because
they found the lake together, or that settlement together. But I mean,
Yeah.
But
Jim
yeah,
dragged Kenny off to not be there when his mom died, you mean?
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah. It's I don't remember them spending a lot of time together. He was never a dick to Kenny, I don't think.
No.
And he's been
I
a dick
think
to
it's
most
because
people.
they lived there. The Matthews lived in
Yeah.
their house.
Yeah.
But then he moved out because Jim kept ruining the house.
You moved the screwdriver.
He reorganized their home without permission. That's so rude.
Oh man. No, I mean Kenny did seem to care about him though. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when he
Mhm.
insisted on going with him last season, because
Yeah.
he you know, he didn't want the possibility of the kids losing their dad if their mom was gone too. But yeah, I don't think they were that close. I don't know if anybody would actually be close with Jim.
Right? Other than Tabitha. Maybe
Yeah.
Jade you could call.
Yeah. I would have
Tiny.
called Jade over Kenny, definitely.
They kind of have a love-hate relationship,
Mhm.
Jade and Jim, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed this episode. Let us know what you thought, what your theories are, what you think, what you think's coming after this, and let us share your thoughts about some of the things that we brought up in here, like Jim being the hanging man and the puzzle pieces, and yeah, we'd love to know your theories. Leave us some comments, like our videos, hype our videos. That's a new thing you can do. It helps us so much in the algorithm, more than you can imagine. And with that, we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.